Hey everyone, it's Trisha. I'm so sorry for my video being late. I'm just getting over being really sick. Like I said last week, I had to call out of my internship because I was pretty ill. So I appreciate your guys' patience. Thank you. So just a reminder, I am doing my internship at Create in Manchester, New Hampshire, inside of a castle where I'm doing individual therapy um, and some group work. On that, I did my last group this Tuesday, which was really, really great. We did the same kind of closing meeting that I did from the last group, and there was only one woman who was still there at the shelter. So that was really cool because she was like super, super into it, and she's such a great lady. Um, and so what we do is we put a pile of scarves. They're just like a bunch of like long flowy pieces of fabric essentially, um, or in the middle of the circle, and then each you go around and pick up a scarf and put it in front of someone and say a strength that you see in them, um, and you kind of go until all the scarves are gone. But you try to do it so the first kind of round is when you do it with someone who doesn't have one. So by the end of the first round, everybody has some kind of strength in front of them. Um, and then from there, you just kind of keep going and going until all the scarves are gone. And then you have them kind of step into the circle and see how that feels and step out of the circle. Talk about like the power of symbols and the strengths that we give things, um, which is really cool. It felt really genuine. And really great, and a lot of the girls were really happy with it and kept talking about how it made them feel really cool. And then we have them pick up the scarves and kind of like bring them close and put that energy into them, and then throw them up as kind of like an exciting like we're done. Um, and then I had them come into the little room where we write their little kitchen where there's a table. And then you write your name at the top of a piece of paper, and then you pass it to the left, and you write the strength I see in whomever is, and then you keep passing that around and around and around until your original paper gets back to you, and then you get to have this whole list of things where it's a bunch of strengths that people see in you, and then at the end, um, you don't tell them that they're going to do this, but at the end, then you have them write, and I see these strengths in them because I see them in myself. And that's kind of a really neat way to like cap off the poem and cap off the whole kind of therapeutic portion of it, because it allows people not only to have this like great thing of strengths that other people see in them, but also to be able to say like, oh yeah, I see this in myself, this is something I have in myself, which is really, I think it's really cool. um, so that was really neat, and that's kind of where my mind was this past week, other than being sick. But it was really cool, and the woman who runs it through a healthcare for the homeless program, um, she kept saying like, "Oh, you'll be back, you'll be back," and I was like, "No, my internship is ending. I'm sorry, I won't be." And then she like kind of gave me a look, and she was like, "You'll be back." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I'm gonna make sure to like leave my number with the office manager at Create, because maybe I would be able to continue doing something like that, because it's really like volunteer based, and it's not like I'm not getting it from anywhere. So that's really cool. Um, Maybe I can incorporate it with where I work now as well, which would be really neat. So that's been really cool, and I think this whole week has been neat. Tomorrow is my other day where I do my internship, and we're going to a training on. It's kind of funny. It's on risk management and paperwork, so it's both how to deal with risk management within therapy, and then also the paperwork that comes with it, which I thought was like a funny kind of combination, but I guess it's important. It's something that we all need. Um, and then my last kind of little bit. So I'll talk about that once next week, next time. So I actually have been to the training, which will be good. My last thing is that we do trainings quite often at Create, and my real kind of question for you guys this week is like, have you guys ever been a part of some kind of training or with a person who has ever been like triggering to you, and how do you deal with that? Because I know for me personally, I have my own set of traumas, as I'm sure we all do. um, and there are some things that are sometimes just a little too close to home for me, and I have to talk to my supervisor about things like that. But I'm wondering how you guys deal with that, when something is maybe just a little triggering or just a little too close for you. So how do you guys deal with that? So I hope you guys all have a great week, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.